This story begins the same way many do. A comedian accepts a booking, the crowd shows up, the laughs are delivered. The payment does not. In comedy, promoters are the middlemen. They book the talent, they collect the money, and they're expected to pay the people who did the work. Expected being the operative word. This isn't a story about hurt feelings, it's about patterns, it's about repetition. It's about what happens when the same name keeps appearing whenever money goes missing. Comedy, boxing, different industries, same outcome. Because before comedy, there was boxing, different talent, same complaints, same silence afterwards. So the question becomes, how many times does something have to happen before it stops being a misunderstanding? And starts looking like a business model. Because when someone talks about payback, the real question isn't who's angry, it's who hasn't been paid.
Hey y'all, a couple of things before we get into the video. If you want to go ahead and jump to the video, check the timestamps. I'm in the process of quitting smoking. And when I recorded this video like a week ago, like a week and a half ago, I said a whole bunch of stuff that could potentially get me in trouble as far as like defamation and libel goes. I'm sorry, but I'm a total B right now. I'm a total B because I'm quitting smoking. So that's why the video late. And I reached out to Janky Lanky and he did not respond back to me. I think he's scared. So if anybody know where he at, I have some journalistic missions to go on. Enjoy the show. For far too long, we have allowed shisty promoters to get away with taking creatives' money. Creatives like boxers and comedians and singers and dancers who depend on people that actually go out and promote the thing that they're doing. We've been letting them get away with taking money and thinking that they're bigger than what they actually are, to the point where they start threatening people. This is the very sad case of Langston Hampton Jr.
I just told you who I thought I was. A god. Bitch, I'm the villain. Nigga.
So this all started with a Facebook post. This was written by Richard Douglas Jones. I wasn't sure if I was going to write this, but after talking with a colleague, they made it clear that I didn't really have a choice. Over the last few days, I've been watching people post highlight reels of their experiences in 2025. While my career could have definitely been better, there were definitely some high points, most of which, to no one's surprise, were comedy related. In addition to a few full circle moments, one of the shows I was most excited about happened the day after Thanksgiving. This is the show where I got to perform with Omar Gooding. The show was packed, the vibes were good, and everyone had a great time. Pictures were taken, connections were made, hands were shook, and promises of future collaborations lingered in the air. The only thing left to do was to settle up with the show's promoter, Langston Hampton Jr., who goes by the moniker Lank the King. In the digital world we live in, I'm used to getting paid electronically, and if not that night, within the next 48 hours or so. This was the promise made to me several times by Langston. I was told the night of the show that I would be paid next week after the Eventbrite payout, a fact re-emphasized via text that Sunday. Tuesday, December the 6th, I received a text informing me that the money was on the way. It never came. A few days later, December the 8th, I reached out to Langston to ask about reimbursement for food and drinks consumed at the show. I was told I'd have to eat that cost, but I wasn't tripping. I also still hadn't been paid. I mentioned this, and Langston assured me I would be paid that day. It never happened. I reached out again, December 22nd, to ask about payment. December 23rd, I got a response telling me that due to my lack of promoting the event, which pause, timeout, I know, I'm sorry, I'm in the middle of reading this, y'all want to get to the end of the story, but how is a promoter going to say that the talent needs to promote the event? You're the promoter. Due to my lack of promoting the event, I broke even, and since we didn't finalize the contract, I sent you $100. The contract was for $200. Not only did I send him screenshots of the email wherein I signed the contract, but I sent Langston multiple screenshots of me promoting the show on social media. I also informed Langston that I knew he paid one of the other comics on the show swiftly and in full. That correspondence was met with silence. I get that I'm not a big-time comedian, but I'm bigger than this shit. He is. To Omar Gooding, I suggest you remain careful of the company you keep, and be careful of who you let act in your name. To my fellow comics, I'm not telling you who to do business with, but if you decide to do business with Langston Hampton Jr., be aware of his potentially less than honorable dealings. In our dealings, he decided to forego honor and integrity and decided to deflect and blame instead of honoring his obligations. Fortunately, the movie Janky Promoters prepared me for this potential foolishness, but it doesn't take away the sting. There's no point trying to sue someone for $100, so instead I came to this blue app to let it be known. I've been doing stand-up comedy for 16 years. It's a long fucking time. I've performed all over the country with some amazing comedians, and I've even been on TV a few times. Throughout that time, I have never been more disrespected than when dealing with Langston Hampton Jr. Hell, even back in the day when a spot didn't have my money, they at least offered me a fucking wing basket. Sadly, I'll probably never get that $100, but I will definitely not let this disrespect stand. If you made it this far, thanks for reading, and if Langston wants to try to be a keyboard warrior, feel free to enjoy the screenshots as well. This bridge is officially burned. So, what I would like to do is get into some extra things. After that post, people started to comment at the Lux Lounge, the 507 Lux Lounge. I'll put their information here if you want to get in touch with them as well. But link, run Richard Douglas Jones's money. 507 Lux Lounge, heads up. Not sure if you're aware, but Langston Hampton Jr. isn't paying a comedian what he's owed. I know Lux Lounge is an upstanding venue and not a venue that gives janky promoters opportunity to fuck over talent. It's not a good look. Please reconsider allowing Link to use that space again. I decided to dig a little bit deeper. This is from a lady named Claire. Update. Uh-oh. I spoke to the Tennessee commissioner and said that Langston does not have any shows scheduled in Tennessee. So what's he up to now? I guess they said that Langston doesn't have any shows scheduled in Tennessee. So what's he up to now? Beware, people. I don't know what the fuck this is supposed to say. I'm sorry. Onto a new scam. To get fighters to pay for slots he doesn't have even a card for. If a promoter doesn't pay you immediately, you need to file a complaint with the commission so they are aware. The king of not paying fighters is back. Langston Hampton Jr., aka Langston, the king of taking off after the last fight and not paying purses, is back. He has a show scheduled for October 25th in Nashville, Tennessee. If you have been contracted to be on this card, please be aware that he has a long history of not paying dating back to 2018. Every show in every town with him ends the exact same way. Do not be sucked in by his paid endorsement from Mayweather. It's all bullshit. He will not pay you and you will have no recourse. He has done this in Dearborn, Michigan, 2017, Memphis, Tennessee, 2018, Memphis, Tennessee, 2019, Florida, 3 more events in 2018, 2020, and 2021, Nashville, Tennessee, 2021. So this man has been terrorizing people, first in the boxing community and now with comedians. Clearly, this guy, he just bounces from creative to creative. Here's another post. I guess legal binding contracts mean shit now. I guess promoters are allowed to just not pay their fighters and the commission will just let that shit ride. Yet, if a fighter goes against the contract, we get dragged through the mud. This is unprofessional and complete and utter bullshit. As of today, I will never be fighting for Tennessee Commission ever again. Fuck you. This was for Link Promotions. So what's going on here is basically he filed a complaint with the Tennessee Commission. The Tennessee Commission says that there's nothing that they can do about it. So the Tennessee Commission has no recourse. There's nothing that they can do about it. And so where else do you go? What else are you supposed to do? Unfortunately, as of now, all you can do is make a Facebook post and hope that you have a really good friend that is as petty as I am. Link Promotions. If you would like to get in touch with me so that I can ask you some questions, if you want to clear the air and clear your name, I would love to sit down with you. I've got plenty of family out in Memphis, Tennessee. And plenty of security as well. I would love to come out there and sit down with you. I'll do it on my dime. Trust me, I know you're not going to pay anything. So I'd love to come out there. Is that where you are, out in Memphis? Or do I need to go to Dearborn, Michigan? Where do I need to go? Honey, you tell me. I would love to sit down with you. And if you have come across Link, the Jank, the promoter, put it down in the comments. Share your experience with this janky ass promoter, or any janky ass promoter, or any janky ass person that thinks that they're gonna get one over on the actual talent. Promoters are important, okay? They are. They're very, 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 very important. And when they do their job correctly, it can be a beautiful relationship. It really can. But please, whatever you guys end up doing, look into the people that you decide to work with. And if it looks legitimate and it turns out to not be legitimate, hit me up. I don't know, I'll drop my email in the description. I would love to do more of these. This guy is a piece of shit. Am I supposed to say allegedly? This man is allegedly a piece of shit, and he allegedly is just a piece of shit. Am I supposed to say allegedly if he's actually a piece of shit? I don't know. That's it for me, y'all. Bye.